And welcome back to another video. This week is another bit of everything. So we have an update on the calves and the calf feeder, how they're doing. We have spraying, so we sprayed off for the reseed, spraying red clover as well, and how that's, I suppose, a bit of a fail, and our update on that. And then Jimmy breaking out and causing trouble with the heifers. So yeah, a mixed bag. I hope you enjoy it, and please like and subscribe. A Saturday morning there now, just up in the calf shed. So just on the, I suppose, the cleaning, I think the main thing with the feeder is to keep it clean. Like milk is just stink, like it's rotten if it goes stale at all. So what I do is I've two teats in that bucket, and then I've obviously the two teats on the feeder. So every morning I take the two teats off the feeder, I wash them, and I put the two teats that were sitting in Milton overnight back on. So I've four teats on alteration all the time, just to keep them clean, because like you've 40 calves drinking off the same teat, whereas normally on a blue feeder you might only have 10 or 20. So they're switched out, and I just give the whole area wash down once a day. And like, do you know, it just gets manky. Like, one sec, I'll turn around. Like, you see all there, like this was all washed yesterday, like, and like it's just build up of slobber. Do you know, all along here it's just rotten. So I just give it a quick rinse with the hose. That's the outlet hose there, so like I give that a quick rinse as well, and like it's even still gone a bit rotten. So that's what I do every day. And then once a week I just give this, like, see the way the milk kind of comes over the hopper, just give that a rub down. I'll give that a rinse out, see the way the scum forms there. So just a run through, but I think the main thing is just to change out the teats, and I just put them in the Milton overnight. So I wash them with Fairy Up liquid and then leave them sitting in the Milton. I'm just washing those there now. So yeah, I think cleanliness is probably the key to the feeder working. The other job I'm going to do this morning is finish the coccydosis. I started doing them and I ran out of stuff, which isn't really ideal, because now I'm going to have to find the ones I done and which ones I didn't done. But anyway, the last day I just went in, I was able to put my hand in their mouth and they sucked it, and then I threw it down their mouth and they actually liked the taste of it. So I'm going to chance doing the same again and see, can I get the majority of them done, and then if I need to catch a few I can do that. So yeah, this is basically coccidiosis dose. Once you have coccidiosis on the farm, I think it's a case of just doing it, because chatting to the vet, it's really hard to get out of sheds even if you power wash, disinfect. Cows are carriers of it, etc. So I'm just going to do them now every year. I was going to chance not doing them, and then I obviously had that little Charlie calf with it, so everything is getting it. It is a dear dose, that's the only thing. Coxy is expensive compared to like the vaccines and stuff. So these are getting, I think, 30 ml drenched down the neck. So yeah, we'll see. The last thing to do with them then is their booster pneumonia. I must check what weeks they're on actually, and then they'll be getting their Tribevax 10 as well. So it's just all fucking vaccines and catching and etc. He's loving the straw, look at him. Just what we like to see. Done. Flew through it, no fear of them. Shane sprayed fertiliser on the grazing ground. It got a bag and a quarter of 18,512 with sulphur, and it would have already got 2,500-3,000 gallons of slurry previous to that in the spring. I reckon I could put these out on hire and make a few bob. There's a mouse now or a rat underneath that, and they will not give up. He's down the bottom actually, look at him. The bales are nearly all gone. We've neighbours taking them. I think think there's only 37 left. God, it's so rough. So that's ideal. Come on. Cows are gone in to nip off and that's left in here. All the bales are gone. Happy days. So I'm just going to calibrate the machine. I had to get an extra few bags of milk replacer just to finish me out. So it's from a different batch. So you just basically calibrate it. So like if your milk powder, your water, your additive detergent. So I'll just do milk powder and additive there now. So just put this down. And then you just press start and it lets out what should be 100 grams. And then I'll weigh it and make sure it's 100 grams. So I'll weigh it, so it's 92. So I'll just go back here then and put 92 in here, enter, and then I'll do it again. So I'll just tear that to 0, put it under, and then so I'll go again. Perfect, so that's bang on. Great. So that's her calibrated and ready to go. Trying to figure out where exactly I'll be able to drive the stake because there's like gravel or a little lane somewhere. Again, I'm thinking extremely hard about where this pencil stake will need to go. Just above here doing more fencing. You can hear now the cows are not happy across the road. We're just doing pencil posts and white wire up here because the ditches are out a mile the whole way around, so it's just temporary for this year and then we'll get working on permanent next year. You see there, like that's the edge of the normal ditch and they're out, I'd say 10-12 foot. So we done a lot of mulching but we just didn't get some of it done, it's just time. So just putting down pencil posts at corners and white wire, and at least then I can reuse the pigtails, the white wire, and we might use them somewhere. So I'm above fencing and I couldn't find Eddie and Freddie. Freddie was gone down the hole. I couldn't even see him. What is that, a badger hole? He was way in there, like, I don't know how far. Look how far back he goes. And he gone. They've absolutely no fear whatsoever. Don't you not? Shane is spraying off the field there now with Roundup. This is the field the cattle graze, so I'd probably give it another day or two if the weather wasn't turning, but they're giving it from tomorrow on very wet, so we're just going to go in now. I think it's Roundup Flex we're putting on it. So yeah, I should give a good kill. There's an awful butt on it. It'll definitely need the 2.5 ton of lime per acre. But yeah, some evening for it. It's absolutely bone dry. There's not a bit of moisture in the ground. But at least with a bit of rain coming, there'll be a bit of growth, and it's to stay warm. So you still need growth for this to die off. So it's ideal. I better move now in a minute or I'm going to get infumigated. Why in your way?
See.
You missed the spot there now because I was videoing. Jesus. The Gypsy GPS is really good. We have about 2 years now, and I think it was around 1,500, maybe €1,000, and it's definitely paid back for itself in fertiliser and spray accuracy. I only set this truck up temporarily last month, and look, fucking dead bird. That is manky. God only knows now why he died. I'm going to assume actually they didn't want to drink out of it, because the minute I started flowing the water, she came over to drink. So I don't think they were drinking it. Now they're only in here since last night, but that's mad. I wonder why that bird died now. It has some rare fucking disease. Oh. She was bulling yesterday. Jimmy's missing out of his field. Oh. Fuck him anyway. That's not ideal now. She's about 10 days too early to the bull. She'll be calving down a 2-year-old, and I've no idea what he's like to calve. Fuck. I'm going to assume she's in calf. No, probably my own fault. There was only a strand of electric fence wire between him and her yesterday. He looks absolutely chuffed with himself. You little slut. You big idiot. What am I going to do with you now? What am I going to do with you now? Jimmy has gone away, and I just tail painted the heifers quite badly because I had no brush. But yeah, another field fenced. This one actually wasn't too bad because there wasn't any wire on at all. I just had one little bit to finish back there, and the cattle are coming in here now because they're giving out. It's absolutely miserable. It's actually it's in between a shower at the moment, which is ideal, but it's cold and wet. Fresh grass. Come on! Come on! Come on, Sigs! Sigs! Come on! Come on! Come on! Oh, this way now. Don't go that way, you idiots. Come on, Sigs! Sigs! some Aegis now after running in along the inside. That's them happy for another while. There's always some. Come on! Little boys. Just up here on silage ground. So this was set with red clover a year and a half ago probably. And as you can see, there's not much red clover left. This field is, two fields are about 8.5 acres. They've no electricity, no power. They're about 10 minutes from any of the other yards. So I kind of thought red clover, perfect. Cut it a couple of times a year, spread some slurry on it, ideal. Issue was it's wet ground. It's not overly wet ground, but it did have a lot of rushes in it previously. We drained it and the rushes came back. And then obviously with the red clover, we'd no spray to spray it with. So we left it for a year because the rushes were quite young, so the cows actually ate them out of the bales. They didn't waste them, but now they were going to be a lot stronger. So Shane came in with MCPA about 10 days ago now and sprayed it, and it's actually getting a serious kill. You can see they're starting to die off there. So hopefully they'll be back now before the silage. He then came in a couple of days ago with 18612 plus sulfur. We just gave it 2 bags because it's quite strong. It's patchy now. The problem with the red clover and the rushes was the rushes kind of took over, so it got very patchy. What you can see there, like, there's a massive pasture rushes. But like the grass over there is very strong. So yeah, that was the problem. The issue now with spraying the MCPA is our red clover is probably going to be gone out of it. So we've lost that. Look, we got the grant for it, so the seed didn't cost us anything that time. But it is a pity because I suppose it's a good story. You don't have to spread a huge amount of nitrogen on it. But yeah, so the plan with this now is let it grow, cut it for silage, and then we got some seed from Agritech to oversow it. So we'll sow it directly into the ground once it's nipped off for silage. You can see there, like, it's strong. It needs to be cut off, so there's no point in going in too hard. But yeah, red clover on wetter ground just doesn't work. You can't spray it for anything. There's no spray out there to kill the rushes and kill the weeds that is clover safe. So yeah, I suppose learn from our mistakes. It's not an option, I don't think, for heavier ground. But anyway, I suppose you have to try these things. And as I said, we did get the seed on that grant, so the seed was free. And it still has a nice crop of grass on it. It's just the red clover is gone. This is the grass seed that Freddie, if you can see behind Freddie's tail. So this is the grass seed we got for oversowing. So it's basically, the first 2 are the grass seed, and then it has a kilo of white clover in it as well. Aber Plentiful and Nashuta, they're both tetraploid. So tetraploid grasses have a more like upright growth habit, so they're obviously going to be competing with the other grasses, so that'll just give them an extra chance. And it also has a dressing on the clover, so that'll kind of transfer to the grass seed, and it'll just push it on a little bit and help it again compete with the grass that's already there. So that's a bag for every 2 acres. So I think we just got 4 or 5 bags of that. And then the other stuff is the proper grass seed then for reseeding the fields we sprayed off. So I'll run through them once we're up and running with that.